In the world of gaming laptops, some brands charge an absolute fortune for powerful machines with great graphics, fast refresh rates, and efficient cooling, but there are machines out there offering great performance, design, and while it may not necessarily be really cheap, the Omen from HP comes in at a more sensible price than some. This particular model, equipped with a 10th gen Core i7 and Nvidia GTX 2070 GPU, will set you back about £1,500. But they're available with different configurations starting at just £1,000, and that's not bad at all when you compare them to some of their rivals. There's lots to like about this model too, starting with the design. It has a great stealthy matte black minimal look. There's a uniformness about it, covering all the keys, the trackpad, the lid and the body, all in the same single finish. And there's not too much attention seeking either, except for the eye-catching logo on the back, and of course those RGB keys, if you want them on. Still, even the markings on the keys play up that minimalism with simple, slim and blocky text. And those blockish and simple lines extend to the hinges that hold the display as well. They're not fussy, just practical, and let you pivot the screen up to 180 degrees if you want to. And of course there are lots and lots of vents for air to move around, keeping it cool. Now, despite having made this device quite slim and portable for a 15-inch laptop, you're not missing out on any ports. Up one side you'll find a full-sized SD card reader, a 3.5mm headphone port, a full-sized HDMI 2.0 port, and full-sized SuperSpeed USB, as well as an Ethernet port for connecting up to a wired network for ultimate lag-free online gaming. Switch it over and you'll find two more full-sized USB ports, a mini display port, and a Thunderbolt 3 USB-C port. It has pretty much everything you could need, so you don't need to go find yourself adapters. Now, for lots of gamers, particularly those that need animations to be speedy and instant, a fast refresh rate display is an absolute must. In fact, it's more important than resolution in a lot of instances. So that's what this Omen is geared towards. It has a 144Hz refresh rate panel, and that means it's capable of reaching a peak of 144 frames per second, and with Nvidia G-Sync support, it means those frames are clean and free from tearing or aliasing. Being Full HD resolution means you don't get the pin-sharp graphics of QHD or 4K, but in something this size it's not necessarily something you really notice. Colour and brightness and contrast are pretty impressive. You definitely won't notice it when you're trying to fend off scary mutations that have somehow evolved after an apocalypse, or when you're trying to get a speedy flying lap in an F1 car. You need it fast and reactive because any split-second glitch could mean crashing or, in some cases, dying. Plus, it's an IPS panel too, so you get good viewing angles, and the skinny bezels up the side means the 15.6-inch screen takes nearly all the space available inside the lid. Now, of course, having a fast screen isn't the only thing that matters. You need internals capable of delivering that performance, and for this model, as mentioned, that comes in form of a 10th gen i7 processor and GeForce RTX 2070 graphics. Joined by 1TB of NVMe 2 storage and 16GB of DDR4 RAM, that means speedy performance. But on the lower end of the scale, you can get decent responsive performance from the model powered by AMD's Ryzen 7 and GTX 1660 Ti. Now, wireless connectivity is ramped up too to match the speedy internals, with Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5 capable of reaching gigabit speeds. Those join the gigabit-capable physical ports. Now, of course, when you have a gaming laptop pushing lots of frames per second, that can drain the battery quite quickly. But the good news here is that fast-charging power adapter can quickly top it up again, making sure you don't miss out on any important action. It can half-fill the battery with just 45 minutes plugged into a power source. And as for the keyboard and trackpad, those are primed and ready too. The keys have a good amount of feel and travel, so you're always certain to feel when you've pressed them. They're not too stiff, so only a light touch is needed to actuate, but the click you get back means there's no anxiety of missing any keys. Having separate arrow buttons is always appreciated, while the 4-zone lighting and customization means you can set it up the way you want to. So there you have it, a highly polished, attractive and powerful gaming laptop that won't require you to empty thousands out of your bank account, just to get fast-paced action.